Welcome back, Bear Scouts, for Activity 5, Hiking and Foursquare. Hemphill, Camino Real, Blanco Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
For more fun activities at home, visit our YouTube channel, Sacred Springs Scout Reach. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along. A Scout is courteous.
Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to Okela. Remember that Okela means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is Okela. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is Okela.
Show the Cub Scout handshake. Tell what it means. When you shake hands with another Cub Scout, do this. Hold out your right hand, just as you always do to shake hands, but then put your first two fingers along the inside of the other boy's wrist. This means that you help each other to remember and obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
Say the Cub Scout motto. Tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best in school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
A Scout is brave. When you go hiking, always stay with your buddy and your den. If you do get lost, be brave and stay put until you are found. Learn how to STOP on the next page.
Requirement 3. Describe what you should do if you get separated from your group while hiking. A Scout should always stay with the rest of the group while hiking. If you do find yourself and your buddy, because you always have one, right, away from the rest of your den, here is what you need to do. STOP. Stop. S, stay calm. Stay where you are. Sit down. Take a drink of water. Eat a little trail food. Stay where you can be seen. Don't hide. You are not in trouble. T, think. Think about how you can help your leaders or others find you. Stay where you are and be sure people can see you. Make yourself an easy target to find. Remember, people will come to look for you. Stay put, be seen, and help them find you. O, observe. Listen for the rest of your group or people looking for you. Blow your whistle 3 times in a row, then listen. Free of any kind of signal means you need help, and everyone will try to help you. P, plan. Stay calm, stay put. Plan how to stay warm and dry until help arrives. Don't worry, you will be found. STOP. Works if you ever get separated from your family, too.
Requirement 1. While hiking or walking for 1 mile, identify 6 signs that any mammals, birds, insects, reptiles, or plants are living nearby the place where you choose to hike. Do you remember that as a Cub Scout you must always do your best? One way is to prepare for hiking by warming up your muscles. To warm up for your hike, walk or jog for a few minutes and then do these stretches. When you stretch, don't bounce. Just move gently until you feel your muscles start to stretch. Quadriceps, muscles in the front of your thighs. Stand up and hold on to a sturdy support. Grab your left ankle and bring it up behind you. With your knees close together, push your hips forward until you feel the muscles stretching. Hold for 20 seconds. Repeat on the other side. Abductors, muscles in your hips, bottom, and sides of your thighs. Sit on the floor with your right leg straight out. Bend your left leg so that your left foot is to the right of your right knee. Twist your upper body to the left until you can feel the muscles stretching. Hold for 20 seconds. Repeat on the other side. Hamstrings, tendons on the backs of your thighs. Sit on the floor with your right leg straight out and your left leg bent. With your back straight, bend forward from your hips, reaching toward your right foot. Hold for 20 seconds. Repeat on the other side. Hip flexors, muscles in your hips that flex your thigh bones. Kneel on the floor, then position your right leg so that your right foot is in front of you and your right knee forms a 90-degree angle. Push forward with your hips, keeping them as square as possible. Hold for 20 seconds. Repeat on the other side.
Calves, muscles in your lower legs. Stand up and take a big step forward with your right leg. Keep your left leg straight. Lean forward a little so that your body and left leg form a straight line. Hold for 20 seconds. Repeat on the other side. With your den or family member, explore your neighborhood or the area around your den meeting location, or take a 1-mile hike. Bring binoculars and a notebook and a pencil to take notes, or a camera or a smartphone to take pictures. Be sure to pack your Cub Scout 6 essentials. Cub Scout 6 essentials: first aid kit, flashlight, sun protection, filled water bottle, trail food, whistle.
As you walk, look up, down, and all around for signs that mammals, reptiles, insects, or birds have been there. Also look for different types of plants. Write down what you see. Here are some things to look for. Partly chewed leaves or flowers that insects or mammals have left. Slime trails that show where snails have traveled. A bird flying by with a leaf or twig in its beak on its way to build a nest nearby. Scratch marks on a tree where an animal has marked its territory. Holes that lead to the underground home of a mammal, reptile, or insect. Animal scat droppings that indicates a creature ate a meal nearby. Hike log. Animal sign, I saw. Actual animals, I saw. And plants, I saw.
Requirement 9. Learn how to read a thermometer and a barometer. Keep track of the temperature and barometric pressure readings and the actual weather at the same time every day for 7 days.
Have you ever watched weather forecasters on TV and wondered how they know what the weather will be tomorrow? They use many tools to report and predict the weather. One important tool is a thermometer, which tells how hot or cold it is. What is the hottest weather you've ever felt? What is the coldest? An important tool is the barometer. It reads barometric pressure, which is the pressure the air in the atmosphere places on the ground. Keeping track of changes in barometric pressure can tell us how the weather will change. If the pressure is falling, a storm is probably coming. If the pressure is steady or rising gently, the weather should be calm and nice. A scout is cheerful. It's easy to be cheerful when the weather on a campout is great. If you are prepared with the right gear, you can also be cheerful on a rainy day. Pay attention to how the weather feels to you when you know the temperature. You'll be able to better prepare for outings that way. When the temperature is going to be 50 degrees during the day, you know you'll need a jacket. Understanding barometric pressure and weather forecast can also help you be better prepared for outings. If you know that afternoon storms are likely, you can change your campout schedule to hike in the morning and stay close to camp in the afternoon. Make a chart to track the weather for a week. Take temperature and pressure readings at the same time every day so that you can compare. Circle whether the pressure is rising or falling for each day. In the last column, write a description like sunny and breezy or heavy rain. You can get your readings using a thermometer and a barometer, or with your parents' or guardians' help, you can also find temperature and pressure readings on the internet or your local television news broadcast.
The outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation-minded. Leave no trace principles for kids. Know before you go. Choose the right path. Trash your trash. Leave what you find. Be careful with fire. Respect wildlife. Be kind to other visitors.
Requirement 5. Use a magnifying glass to examine plants more closely. Describe what you saw through the magnifying glass that you could not see without it. Plants are beautiful at a distance, but sometimes they are even more fun to look at up close. When you examine a plant with a magnifying glass, you can see all sorts of things that are hidden from the naked eye. What can you see? You can see the veins that form a leaf skeleton. You can see tiny aphids sucking sap out of a plant stem. You can see drops of dew rolling down pine needles. You can see the tiny seeds that make up the eye of a sunflower. Grab a magnifying glass and start looking.
Great parks and trails near you. San Marcos, Texas. Spring Lake Natural Area, 685 Lime Kiln Road. San Marcos, Texas, 78666. Website, smgreenbelt.org. Purgatory Natural Area, 3 entrances and more trails. See website, smgreenbelt.org.
Utah Historic Stagecoach Park, 880 Main Street, Utah, Texas, 78610.
Another place to hike or visit, Lake Kyle and Park Headquarters, 700 Damon Road, Kyle, Texas, 78640. Website, cityofkyle.com/recreation.
That everyone will be using to play Foursquare during recess.
The Foursquare is get to the A box and stay there as long as you can stay.
The server starts in the triangle, they bounce the ball on the ground, and they need to hit it into box C.
You can strike the ball with a closed fist or open hand.
It's okay to stand outside of your box as long as you're not interfering with any of the other players.
If the ball bounces in your box, it's your job to hit it into somebody else's box. No one may hit it for you.
Ways to get yourself out of the game would be to serve into the wrong box.
If your hit goes out of bounds.
If it bounces in your box more than once.
If you catch or throw a ball.
If you hit the ball before it has a chance to bounce in your square.
If your hit hits any of the middle lines, you are out. Any person that's out leaves and everybody else rotates up one box.
Now that you know the rules that we are going to use in Foursquare, you can get out and play the games correctly.
Join us next time for Activity 6, Growing a Garden and Healthy Habit. If you are interested in joining a pack